Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a huge question for law firms. How do you stop your website from just being an online business card and turn it into a real, genuine client-generating machine? We're going to break down a powerful 4-channel strategy that does exactly that.
So let's just start with a really honest question that I bet a lot of firm partners have asked themselves. Is your website actually doing any work for you? Or is it just kind of sitting there, looking nice, costing money, but not really bringing in business?
Just look at this checklist for a second. Think about your own firm's site. Is it sparking conversations? Is there anything new on there? Does it actually ask people to do something? If you're hesitating on these, you probably have what our source material calls a digital brochure. It looks the part, but it doesn't do any of the heavy lifting. Okay, so this is the crucial pivot we need to make, moving from that passive, brochure-style website to something active. The whole goal is to transform your site into what's called a conversion engine. And this slide just nails the strategic shift, doesn't it? On the left, you're lost on the www. You've got this generic site that's trying to talk to everybody, which of course means it ends up connecting with nobody. We want to get to the right side, to be found. You become a beacon for the specific high-value clients that you actually want. And this is exactly how you do it. You have to narrow your focus. It's about trading in that big, wide, ineffective fishing net for a laser pointer that's aimed directly at clients who have a problem and are ready to hire someone right now to solve it.
Let's actually trace this path. You start out with just general info about the firm. Then you get a little more specific, your broad focus, say corporate law. From there, you drill down even further to a narrow focus, like transaction guidance. And then you hit the bullseye, the micro focus, things like asset financing. That's the stuff your ideal clients are actually typing into Google.
Okay, so we get the why. Now let's get into the how. This is the system that makes that conversion engine hum, the 4-channel marketing ecosystem. Think of this as the engine room, where all the different parts connect and work together. And a really good way to think about it is like a table. These 4 channels are the legs. Each one is absolutely essential. If one leg is wobbly, the whole thing is going to be unstable. So here they are, the 4 core channels. First, you have your website. That's home base, your conversion hub. Then you've got an app, and this is a powerhouse for keeping clients and getting referrals. Those are your core assets, but you got to fuel them, right? That's where the other 2 come in. The blog is your content engine, proving you're the expert. And social media is where you get that content out there and build a community. They all have a job, but they're all designed to work together. All right, let's break this down channel by channel. We've got to start with the most important piece of the puzzle, your website. This is the absolute core of your digital practice. And this quote right here is the guiding principle. It says it all. Your website can't be a one-size-fits-all brochure anymore. It needs specific, dedicated pages for each of those micro-focused services we just talked about, speaking directly to that client's specific problem. Now for channel 2, the app. This is where things get really interesting, because we're moving beyond just attracting new clients. We're now talking about a tool that builds incredible loyalty and, maybe most importantly, generates those priceless referrals. And if you're wondering why referrals are such a big deal, well, check out this number, 16%. Research from Wharton shows that's how much higher the lifetime value of a referred customer is. An app is basically a purpose-built engine to get you more of these high-value clients. And this really explains the thinking behind it. We all know law firms grow on reputation and referrals. Well, an app is the perfect way to package up valuable stuff, what the source material calls information products, and put it right in your client's hands, making it super easy for them to share and become your best marketers. So what does this actually look like? Well, for private clients, maybe it's a wedding planner app that has your contact info, but also a list of great local suppliers. For your corporate clients, it could be a legal links app with quick access to key government resources. In both cases, it's incredibly useful, it builds your reputation, and it's practically designed to be shared. Okay, so we've got all these channels, but how do they all connect to create this self-perpetuating growth machine? Well, that's the payoff. It's something called the sales viral loop, and it's the engine that powers this entire strategy. So let's trace the journey of how this works. Now, this example here starts with an app, but just remember, this amazing loop can get kicked off by any of your channels. So just imagine, a happy client finds a really useful resource that you created. And here's the loop in action. It's beautiful. Step 1. It all starts with value.
A client shares something from your app, or maybe a follower on social media shares a great article from your blog. Step 2. A brand new prospect sees this recommendation from a trusted source and gets introduced to your firm. Step 3. They click the link and land on a very specific page on your website. And step 4, to get that valuable resource, they give you their contact details. And boom, you have a new lead. Your own content and your own clients are now doing the marketing for you.
And that right there is the ultimate payoff. It's not just one tactic. It's an entire ecosystem where your website, app, blog, and social media are all feeding each other. It creates this self-sustaining cycle. Your marketing stops being just an expense on a spreadsheet and becomes a true growth engine for your firm.
So we end up right back where we started, with that central question. Is your online presence just a static cost, or is it a self-fueling engine for growth? By building this interconnected 4-channel ecosystem, you're not just hoping for clients, you're building a predictable, scalable system to bring them in. The only real question left is, what's your first step going to be?